there! My name is Jemima and I create brilliant brand portraits of amazing people. So today what I want to talk about is how to use images to make your brand stand out from the crowd. As I talk right now, there are 1.8 billion websites. That's immense. And over 2 billion people, internet users, use social media on a regular basis. So it's imperative you don't get lost and blend into the boring. So being forgettable is unremarkable and basically is really bad for business. Do you agree? I'm going to share my experiences with you on how your brand can easily become unforgettable by using amazing imagery. Let's kick off with my first point. Tell your story. People want to see behind the scenes and how you live as a person. What inspired you to be in business? How do you do things day to day and how do you interact with your clients? To be able to do that connects you on a very human and personal level. Making those connections with others is going to humanize you and make you relatable. How about this? Try doing a day photo challenge. Pick a day where you think you'll be doing something interesting that you can share with the world what you're doing. And every hour, take a picture or maybe a video of what you've been up to and share it on your social media platforms. This can also be great because you can repurpose it as a blog. You could even make it into a video if you don't start with video first. Storytelling is so key. This where you can show the start of the idea, the development, the creation and the output, and that really gives somebody a real in-depth understanding of the way that you work, your processes, your creativity and your ideas. Moving on to point number 2. Be consistent. Are you being consistent with the way that you put out your social media and with the images that you use? So you have ultimate control over the images that you use for your social media and your web presence. Think about it this way, you can control and put whatever you want as your profile picture. You have cover headers like on Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn. Also fantastically on LinkedIn, you can add additional imagery to jobs, examples of your work. You can make it colourful, interactive and really engaging for somebody. They can get to know you properly. Think very carefully about the message that you're trying to put across. Consistency makes good business and fantastic brands. When you're consistent and you turn up and your visuals are great and engaging and they show you, that's winning. And consistency is a tool to show how much you can be a trustworthy business partner or client. Consistency equals trust. To help with consistency, how about considering using a designer to create you a style guide? A handy document, maybe a couple of pages, that includes your imagery style, any filters that you might use, your colour palette, typography, and remember, consistency builds trust. And finally, point number 3, show off your personality and small detail. You know yourself better than everybody else and people don't know much about you until you share it with people. Now, think about this in a way where there is oversharing and a little bit too much, but you have the power to curate the image that you wish to be perceived for. Think about the small details. People overlook these so much. You know exactly the details that you want to share about you and your brand that can make you stand out. Maybe you give your customers thank you cards, maybe you send them flowers, or maybe you go out of your way to visit them and document these points and be able to demonstrate the care and attention that you go to with your clients. Do you have any weird habits, quirks, or things about you that you maybe not realise? Show these with the world. These are part of your brand. And yes, it might be a little bit embarrassing at first, but it's you. And that's what people are buying into, and that's how you're going to really stand out. I hope these points have got you thinking about how you could use images to stand out and make your brand unforgettable. Leave me a comment below and tell me what makes you different.